news, and we're going to go back to that because we were discussing the airstrikes believed to have been targeting missile attacks by India on Pakistani soil, and what Reuters news agency has been reporting, and India has confirmed that multiple loud explosions were heard in the Pakistani Kashmir area close to the mountains around the city of Muzaffarabad after midnight on Wednesday. The Indian Armed Forces have released a statement. Let me just go through that statement. A little while ago, the Indian Armed Forces launched Operation Sindoor, hitting terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, from where terrorist attacks against India have been planned and directed. Altogether, 9 sites have been targeted. Our actions have been focused, measured, and non-escalatory in nature. No Pakistani military facilities have been targeted. India has demonstrated considerable restraint in selection of targets and methods of execution. These steps come in the wake of the barbaric terrorist attack in which 25 Indians and 1 Nepali citizen were murdered. We are living up to the commitment that those responsible for this attack will be held accountable. There will be detailed briefing on Operation Sindoor later today. So India there with that statement on the attack. Let's bring in our reporter from India, Neville Lazarus, who's on the phone from New Delhi with us now. Neville, this news just coming in the last few minutes, Reuters initially reporting it. We were expecting a potential attack from India on Pakistan, and it seems to have happened. India has described it as precision attacks.
That's correct, Yalla. That has taken place. It has been confirmed from the Indian side, but also our colleagues in Pakistan have reported that there have been loud explosions in some of the places in Sialkot, Bahawalpur, and Muzaffarabad sectors. Now, we don't know what kind of explosions and in what areas of these sectors. They haven't mentioned if these are in towns, but like in 2019 when India conducted precision sort of retaliatory attacks on what India calls terror camps and staging posts. If that's the case, then we wouldn't see so much of, we wouldn't sort of hear of much deaths or destructions of ordinary citizens. But at the moment, it's a bit too early to say where these missile attacks have taken place. Though India said it has been in 9 locations along in the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir region. But at the moment, it's a bit too early to say that. We have heard from police officers in the Indian in Pakistan saying that they have reported of these loud explosions, but we don't know the kind of outcome at the moment. It's a bit too early. But this was building up since the 22nd of April when there were these horrendous killings of 26 people in Pahalgam, in a tourist location in Kashmir. And since then, there has been a lot of civil rioting. There has been tensions across the borders. And the Prime Minister of India, Prime Minister Modi, going on to say that they will go to the ends of the earth to punish the perpetrators and the backers of that terrorist attack.
Yeah, Neville, we're currently looking at images of that Pahalgam terror attack on the 22nd of April in Kashmir, where 26 people were killed, 25 Indian nationals, 1 Nepali. And the Indian Army has put out a post on X saying justice is served after India launched that attack on sites in Pakistan. Reuters was reporting earlier that 3 sites were believed to be attacked, but according to the Indian Armed Forces, they've put put out a statement describing this as Operation Sindoor. They say that they were strikes on terrorist camps in Pakistan and the Pakistan Kashmir area, in the Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. And they have said that their actions have been focused and measured. I guess they want to show that, look, they have retaliated, but they haven't hit any sort of military targets. It is terrorist attacks, the terrorist sites that they have carried out these attacks on.
That's correct, Yalda. This is pretty much the same as what happened in 2019 in a place called Pulwama in Kashmir, where a convoy of paramilitary forces was attacked by a suicide bomber who was driving a car, who drove his car into this paramilitary convoy, killing 40 paramilitary soldiers. Now that created a huge uproar in India, and 12 days later, India conducted what it says was these targeted strikes on terror organizations, the Lashkar-e-Toiba, who had taken responsibility of this attack, and in a place called Balakot, just about 40 kilometers north of Muzaffarabad. Now, India conducted those strikes. Soon it escalated into a dogfight between the Air Force of India and Pakistan. One of the Indian Air Force fighter jets was shot down. The Indian pilot was captured, and there was again a lot of tension between the two countries. We are talking about two nuclear-armed neighbors who have a history of hostility between themselves. Now, India has been for years saying that Pakistan has been sheltering, arming, financing terror organizations who have fueled the insurgency in Kashmir. Pakistan denies that. It says that they are only supporting self-determination of the Kashmiri people. This is a region over which India and Pakistan have fought several wars and skirmishes, and there has been tensions since the 22nd of April when this attack took place, and we've seen a small organization which the Indians believe that is the proxy of the Lashkar-e-Toiba taking responsibility of this attack. Now, since then, there has been a lot of sort of uproar out here of some sort of retribution, some sort of punishment that needs to be done. And we've seen Prime Minister Modi quite a few times talking about how his government will punish the perpetrators, it will punish even the backers, and that's the result of what we've seen. It seems to be coming. I must say, it just seems the tension is just too much. And for Prime Minister Modi and his government, they had to show the domestic population out here that they will conduct some sort of operations which will take some revenge to show that they have done something, and this is the result of it. We don't know how far this is going to take and what turns it will have in the next few days, weeks, or months. But it's surely an escalation between two nuclear-armed neighbors who have had hostilities, who have fought wars and skirmishes in the past, and we've seen all sorts of diplomatic tit-for-tat in which there's been expelling of military advisors from their high commissions, but this has taken it one step further, Yalva.